And I'm your host, Dana Meliore. How are you today? How is your energy today? If you're willing to, let's take a moment and get centered. Just relax your body, relax where you feel tension. Take a deep breath in and a slow exhale out. Thank you. So today, I really want to help you understand and talk more about translating vibrations and frequencies. Interesting, right? Because everything around us is vibrating, everything is energy, and there's frequencies all around us. And depending on where we choose to put our focus, mind, energy, and attention is what's going to direct what plays in our mind, like a story, or what memories come up, which then creates how we feel, and then how we feel creates what action we take, and then what action we take really results in what happens in our daily life. And the people, the places, the things that, are attracted and energetically aligned with whatever frequency you're in. So we really want to understand how to translate vibrations and energy in order to start being a conscious creator, right? Are you with me so far? So why I think this is super important and to bring to you, because right now you have an emotion about something. Your emotion is just your indicator of the vibration that you are in. And so that vibration you are in is the frequency that you are pulling towards you. Because whether we know it or not, we are always attracting. Always. There's no assertion in this universe. So if you're in an experience where you're like, why did this happen to me? Or why am I attracting this thing into my life? Well, we have to start understanding there is vibrations, which again, we translate and indicate through our emotions, okay? So what emotions have you been in lately? Because that's going to say a lot about where you are energetically. What is your point of attraction? So how you're feeling every waking moment. This is why I've created something called the daily check-in. And with this daily check-in, you use the emotional guidance scale you can find everywhere on Google. I love using Abraham Hicks' version of it, but there's so many emotional scales. Pull up any one. There's usually with Abraham Hicks, it's about 22 emotions on there. I have this whole process in the Ascension Workbook, which is free, which is at the link below, so check that out if you wish. But so this emotional scale, right? What am I doing with it to analyze my point of attraction, so I know what I'm starting to pull into me? Because again, you have this big auric energy field around you, and depending on where you are at with your emotions and your energy in your body deciphers what's being attracted, pulled into your experience. So if you're like, well, my mind was really good, I thought it was really good, maybe I went to work and then something really bad happened. Well, you might have some energy in one of your chakras, in your subconscious, that is really working against you, and you might not even be aware of it, or you might be ignoring it, which is a huge no-no. When emotions come up, when we get triggered, it's time to feel it within our body. Where am I feeling this in my body? Why is this happening? Really ask yourself, like maybe somebody said something and it really pissed you off. Let's dig deeper to why that pissed you off. What's in it within you? Because that trigger, it's a reflection of something going on inside you that it needs your attention. It needs your attention to acknowledge and release. Because if we ignore, it's just going to come up again, and it's just going to get louder and louder until the universe co-creates a situation with you where you're like, okay, I need to go take a rest day. I need to separate myself. It propels you into a position that if you're not taking time to understand what's going on within you energetically, or reading and translating the vibrations and the frequencies going on, and you catch it earlier on, it'll have a co-creation experience for you to be like, holy shit. Okay, so, and then you could, these are the moments that you hate, the big contrasting moments in your life that you're like, why did that happen to me? These are the questions that we should be like, these are the moments, that we should be like, okay, I'm going to laugh at that because I got some energy going on within me right now that created that experience. So I have to look deeper into that. That's really what they call shadow work, the inner work. That is really what that is all about. So back to translating, right? So how can I identify my point of attraction? It's all, the easiest way is deciphering how you feel in each moment. And that's why the daily check-in is so helpful, because it's like, okay, in the morning, you get up, you're going, where am I at right now? I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling hopeful. I land here on the emotional scale. So depending on what scale you use is why you recommend using Abraham Hicks, because that's the one I'm really addressing when I speak about the emotional scale. But on this emotional scale, you're number 6. So anywhere from 1 to 7 on this scale, you are actually in a translation of a frequency, of a vibration that is in a really good energy to bring you what you want, right? So the frequency you're sending out and that emotion that you're feeling, that vibration that you are in, is actually going to pull an experience to you that is what you really want. Because think about it. Everything we've ever freaking wanted in our entire life is to feel a specific way. And what is holding us back from generating and cultivating that feeling within us now? Because that's ultimate creation. We create from the inside out. Okay, so back to this emotional scale. Now it's the afternoon. Maybe I had some conversations with colleagues. Maybe I had to drive in really bad traffic. Now I'm feeling different. My energy has shifted. I'm actually irritated. So I'm another specific number. I'm now lower, right? So now I'm like, let's just give a guess here and say 13. So I'm now in an energy that's not necessarily going to bring me what I want, because I don't want to feel irritated. The things that I want to attract and manifest into my life are not to irritate me, right? So this is where identifying that energy you're in, the emotion you're in, translating the frequency you're in makes a big deal. And sometimes there's nothing you can do about it. And you just have to laugh at it and you're like, all right, I'm here again where I don't want to be. And then continue moving forward. But what we really want to do is start working our way back up the emotional scale. And doing that is to find appreciation and gratitude in your now moment. That is the easiest, fastest, funnest way to really propel yourself up the emotional scale. Also, helping another, doing a random act of kindness, really helps you feel really good, which kind of puts you in this new energy. Also, reliving moments. When you relive a moment, you reignite that energy and frequency in you. So these are definitely things you can do to move up the emotional scale. And again, these practices are in that Ascension workbook below. Visit the link, super helpful. So check it out if you feel called to. But this all comes from that, right? So everything we can translate. It's like, so if we don't know to do that and we get stuck in an emotion, now this emotion becomes a mood. And after we in that mood, it becomes a state of behavior that we've been in maybe for a couple weeks. Like I used to trap myself in a negative stated emotion because I didn't understand that emotion was an indication of the energy and the vibration I was asking for more of. I was just like, I feel this way because this happened to me. I was in a very victimized state of mind. So I had to move out of that. I had to see the bigger picture. I had to move out of that. And in order to do that, I had to forgive a lot of things that happened to me. And so I know a lot of things that may have happened to you that you didn't deserve, that were totally out of line. And I want you to know that forgiveness is not letting that situation or person off the hook. It is relieving you of the damp, dense energy that is not allowing you to ascend higher. So you can manifest and create the experiences you want. You get stuck at a level where you can't raise up because there's this weight. There's this weight on you. And forgiveness is really just going to help you drop that weight. Forgiveness is for you. It's not the other person. You don't even have to come in contact with that other person or incident in real life to forgive. It could be within your own mind, letting go and making peace with what is. And so that's super powerful. There is also a practice on that. This is phase 3 of the 6-phase meditation, which I also train on. This is an amazing meditation that was created by Vishen Lakiani through the Mind Valley platform. And I also have that free training in that workbook below. So again, if that rings and that's tuning to you, I would check that link out, okay? But just think for a moment. I want you from now until next week to this next episode to check in with yourself, because translating energy is like identifying. It's like being able to prepare yourself. Like, it's like you check the weather every day so you know what to wear. So, but are you identifying and checking in with you and your energy to know what set of the tone are you setting for the day? Because you can make that intention in the morning. There's a whole thing I'm going to do an episode on called segment intending, which I've touched base on before in previous episodes that are probably not on YouTube, because I've just recently started, recording these visuals for YouTube. But in previous episodes on Spotify and Apple of these episodes, I talked about segment intending. It's super powerful because you analyze the feelings and the emotions of going into a new segment. So like me now going to go get a coffee at Tim Hortons or a coffee shop, that's me getting into my car as a new segment, And so before I even got into my car, I would plan out the ease and the flow of how I would want things to unravel. And it's super powerful, especially when you're in good energy. And again, how do we do that? We do that by translating vibration and frequency. And again, how do we do that? We check in with ourselves or with where our emotion is at. So again, I ask you right now, where's your emotion? What are you feeling? And is that an emotion you want to continue to feel? If it is, wonderful. Milk it, feel it, be in it. Because we know that if you can hold a better feeling thought for 17 seconds, another better feeling thought like it will follow. And so if you can just take a moment of stopping the momentum of the energy that you don't want to be in anymore. Okay, you've identified it. You're like, hey, I don't want to be here. What do I have to do? Sometimes you can't do anything. Sometimes it's like jumping out of an airplane without a parachute. Just hold on. Soon it will be over. That's like starting a new day, taking a nap. But if you're not too far deep, you know those little rumble strips on the side of the road, so you're driving in traffic and then you feel that rumble. That's like doing the daily check-in to see where you are, because if I'm not checking in with myself and getting that rumble strip, I'm going to continue driving off the road, veer my car off the road and crash. But if I identify it during the rumble momentum and I veer back into the lane, I'm safe. So this is like a metaphorical visualization I'm giving you, explanation I'm giving you to make sense of why the daily check-in is so powerful. Just asking, how do I feel? Now, if you want to really start identifying why, you can ask yourself, why do I feel this way? What was I picturing in my mind? What memory was I bringing up? Okay, so I'm in a really negative momentum. I keep thinking things that make me feel not good enough. I keep thinking things that make me not want to take action on the dreams that I have, on the goals that I want to achieve. Now, that is just a pattern. That doesn't mean that you're at any of these lower things. That just means there's this natural pattern that you have going on. And so in order to break it, we have to disrupt the pattern. So we got to identify the pattern, which we do that with the daily check-in. And now how we recreate this is by moving up the emotional scale and doing things to shift the momentum, shift the energy. Because when we do that, we shift the experiences around us. So why wouldn't we want to start translating that vibration and that frequency? It's just like the more urgency you feel in a situation, the more energetically you are actually blocking what you really want to happen because of that urgency. That have to get this done. That type of energy, taking action in that type of energy can be completely draining. You can definitely hit some burnout, and you're not always going to achieve the results that you want. It's going to be like, I tried all that stuff, but maybe you were trying all that stuff from an energetic standpoint that you couldn't get what it is you want from. So, inspired action is the most beautiful kind because it comes with ease, it comes with flow, it's like effortlessness. And that effortlessness comes from feel-good emotions. It comes from being in joy. It comes from being really on the high end of the emotional scale, which is like number 1, right? Where low end of the emotional scale is like number 22, if we're reverting back to Abraham Hicks' emotional guidance scale, right? So it comes from being in that good energy. And so a lot of the times we have to close our eyes, distract ourselves from the 3D around us, because it's so easy to look at what is now and feel a specific frequency and energy towards what is now. But what is now is like past tense vibrational energy that's already created. Future and now presence of energy is what you're feeling right now inside. And you can change that within any moment. So if that means you have to distract yourself and not look at the 3D and close your eyes and put yourself in a dark room and tap into a memory that made you feel empowered, tap into an energy that made you feel alive, that made you feel free. You know that feeling on vacation? Maybe you first get to that resort and it's dark out and you got your bag of clothes, your backpack, and you're like, you feel like the world is yours and you're free. Is there a moment in your life that you felt that? Go relive that right now. That right now is changing your energetic vibration in your body. And how do you know that? How do you translate that that's changed? By how you feel. How you feel is literally everything. And so don't be mad at yourself when you're stuck in not feel good emotions. Thank your emotional guidance system for giving you that emotion, giving you that negative response, because that is your alert. That is your wake up call. There's nothing that you've done wrong. You're just stuck in a momentum. And you can switch the momentum. You owe it to yourself to give yourself the time to do that. And you're going to do that by checking in on how you feel. Isn't that amazing that you have that power to translate the vibrations and the frequencies around you? And you know when you're in a really good, amazing high frequency, you know it. You felt it before. And if you could even just think of that time, that'll help align you. It's super powerful stuff here. So from now until next week, please practice this. Make this your new habit. Like, so whether you drink tea or you like having a glass of water every morning, whatever habits that you have, stack them. Use that time to check in with yourself. Set an intention for your day. Today, I want to feel like this. Today, I want to create this. Today, I'm going to do the best job at this. Set that intention for that day. Feel appreciation in your morning, and then throughout your day, start translating that vibration and frequency. Maybe somebody talked to you and you can tell instantly your frequency has changed. Maybe for the better, maybe for the worse. But regardless, you being aware of it is key, because now you're rumble stripping boom, 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 on the side of the road. You want to veer it back. So I hope that resonated with you. I hope that made sense to you. And it really should, because your inner guidance would probably be saying, yeah, that makes sense. Try it. So from now until next week, make that your practice. Make that your habit. And if a question comes up for you, comment it on this video. I will give you my honest opinion towards what your comment is. Reach out to me on social if you don't want it to be on public comment, right? Send me a direct message. But I'm here to give you that guidance. That's what this whole podcast, this whole video is about. And if there's a specific topic you want to know about, I would love if you would comment it below. Please like and share this video so this message can reach a further audience, because if this has helped you, imagine it can help somebody else. And by you liking that or sharing that, that makes that possible. So again, I want to thank you for tuning in and listening and being here today. Remember, you have the power. You can translate energy through your emotion to know what your point of attraction is. What are you attracting into your experience? So from now until next week, I would definitely make that a practice. I mean, if you haven't grabbed the Ascension Workbook yet, do so at the link below. And it means so much to me that you've tuned in and listened to this episode. I really hope it resonated with you. If it did, please give a like, comment below, and share this video. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye for now.
Did you like this episode? If so, make sure to subscribe to the podcast. Are you an expert at creating your own reality? Do you have a story to tell that drastically changed your life? If so, message me at Dream Creation Podcast on Instagram, and don't forget to leave a review.